We are live. What's going on, everyone? What's up? Hope you guys are all having yourself a crushing Thursday night. Show some love down in the comment section. We got a special training for you all tonight. Put hashtag live down in the comment section. Put hashtag replay if you are watching this currently on the replay. We got a special training tonight where I'll be breaking down with you guys the 5 flows for scaling to 10K plus per month as a freelance copywriter. Okay, we're breaking down the 5 flows that all you personally have to focus on if you're looking to reach and build this business up to that level. There's a 5 things you need to focus on. Okay, so I'm gonna break it down with you step by step. So if you're excited about this, put hashtag excited down in the comment section. I have a ton of value, a ton of gold with you. And I'm going to be breaking down with you all so you guys can implement it for your business so you'll be able to scale and go to the next level. Okay, so put hashtag ready, put hashtag live down in the comment section. It's I was actually doing the Google Doc for tonight's training yesterday. I was like, man, I have a ton of gold, a ton of gold for each and every single one of you that I think it's not only going to be beneficial, but it's going to be helping to get clarity with what is needed to making sure you're able to grow to the next level. Okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Nicholas Thorpe. I started my copywriting journey back in January 2020. All right, 2021. Sorry about that. January 2021. At the time, I was going for criminal justice for school, and I was going to school doing this field, not really knowing that I personally wanted to pursue this for the rest of my life. Right. So when I chose it, I was like, hey, I want to just do criminal justice just because, I needed to do something just to go to college at the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to school for criminal justice and we'll see how things happen. Right. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to school for criminal justice. I got accepted to Utica University, and from freshman year, sophomore year to junior year, this was a time where I felt stuck in my life because I was like, you know what? I want to, because again, I didn't really see myself doing criminal justice at the time. Like I kind of just said, yeah, I'm just gonna do it, but deep down inside, that wasn't my main passion. So I was like, you know what? I need to make a change to my life, and that's when I discovered copywriting. And once I discovered about copywriting, I was like, you know what? This skill set could be the thing that's gonna help change my life. So I went fully into copywriting, learned it all. I took a course, Dan Locke's course to be exact. And throughout the course, they were teaching me, about Upwork, cold emailing, and a bunch of variety of different things. And for my first 4 months as a full-time copywriter, I made a total of $6. And although, and you might be thinking to yourself, $6, Nick, what the heck? You made $6 in your first 4 months as a full-time copywriter and you still kept going? Yes, I know. I'm a crazy individual, right? I get told that all the time. Excuse me. I get told that all the time. You're like, oh my gosh, you made a total of $6 in your first 4 months of full-time copywriter? And you might think I'm crazy, but to me, the reason why I kept going was because I was actually committed to learning this skill set and I was not going to give up until I figured this thing out. So that's one thing that I really want you to understand. And that was a big lesson for me where I realized how committed I was to this because giving up was not an option. Where either I was going to die trying to figure this thing out or I was going to figure this thing out and continue living. That was either there was no ifs, buts. If it doesn't work out, what am I going to do? Like there was no other option for me. I was going to figure it out. And that was my game plan. So my first 4 months, I made a total of $6, going on Upwork, cold emailing, doing a bunch of things. And I realized after taking these courses, I was like, man, of course these courses are good. Like I'm getting a bunch of information, but at the same time, though, I realized whenever I got stuck in throughout these 4 months, I got stuck. I got stuck a lot of times. When I got stuck, I didn't have somebody to keep me accountable, or I didn't have anybody that can bounce off questions and answers from whenever there were challenges that I encountered. Okay. So that was a big, big challenge that I faced because as I'm watching a course and I'm like, yeah, I'm taking all the information. I can't ask the person, hey, Mr. Dan Locke on the screen, What do I say when a prospect says this in my DMs? Or what happens when I jump onto a sales call and I don't know whether or not, if it's my sales skills, the reason why I wasn't able to close the deal, was it my offer? What happens then? I wasn't able to say that because again, Dan Locke was telling me the information. I wasn't able to connect with Dan Locke. And that's when I realized that although courses can be good, this was the realization that I personally had. Although courses can be good, I don't have somebody that can bounce off ideas from and get answers from whenever I got stuck. So that's when I realized that something needed to change. And I realized that I needed to get some form of mentorship, some form of coach to help me along the way. So I connected with my public speaking mentor at the time who had a copywriting coach who was making about 15 to 20K a month. And then I connected with him and he was like, Nick, my services are $5,000 USD. Okay. And at the time, I was going to school for criminal justice. And again, mind you, I was a full time college student and a full time copywriter. And I had literally no income. The only income that I had was saved money from doing DoorDash at the time. And I had a total of $5,500 into my bank account. And he told me his services were $5,000 USD. And like I said before, okay, I was fully committed to doing this. And although it was expensive, I realized at the time I can either pay with time trying to figure this business out, continue to waste time, continue to waste months, if not years, trying to figure this business out and continue to be stuck and continue to fail over and over and over and over again and wondering what am I doing wrong? Or I can invest this money knowing that I have someone to keep me accountable, I have the right support, and if I ever get stuck, I have somebody to answer my questions and I'm going to get my return on my investment back. That was the mindset that I came through when he told me that, hey, it's $5,000 and I have $5,500 in my bank account. All right. And once that happened, I was like, you know what? Let me just make this investment. I make the investment, the 5,000 USD that he told me, I had $500 in my bank account. And then for my first 30 days of being a copywriter in total, I landed my first three paying clients. Okay. Then right after that, fast forward a couple months, I then was able to scale my business up to 1K a month. Then fast forward a couple months later, a full year later, actually, I was able to then scale my business up to 5K a month. Okay. And then after having a bunch of people telling me, Nick, what's your strategies for getting clients? What exactly is your process? How exactly are you getting clients? That's when I realized it was now my sign, my transition now to start doing coaching. Right now, this is when I now start coaching people or start, landing their first set of paying clients, be able to scale their business to that, 4 or 5K a month through the hybrid referral system. And now, what I also teach, and it's crazy because I've realized that after now growing my own coaching business, utilizing my Facebook group and scaling my coaching business to X amount, the same exact concept could be applied to as a copywriter, which is exactly now what I always recommend for copywriters who are existing copywriters looking to scale and grow to that 10, 12, 15K a month. Build your own Facebook group community, which is essentially not what I recommend too. Right. So the hybrid referral system that I always market it, or not always, well, always market and break down and teach before, I've realized that, of course, this is to get your business off the ground. But if you're looking to then now scale and grow to the bit to 10, 15, X amount plus, build your own Facebook group. This way, you have prospects go inside your community, and now you have a list of people that you can connect with. And I'll be breaking that down with you in tonight's training. But this is something that I really want you guys to understand. If you're in the beginning stages of your journey, yes, go through the process of joining Facebook groups, building your friends list, posting content, messaging people like I've been talking about for the last 2 years. But if you're then looking to scale and grow and get to that 10, 15, 20, build your own Facebook group community so you could build a wait list of prospects. And then at the end, start hiring junior copywriters that are below you. This way you can, again, delegate and build an actual agency, an actual business, an actual team of people. So you'll be able to make more money for yourself. I'm going to be breaking down with you into nice training. But this is really the mindset frame that I really want you all to understand. So if you guys are excited about this, put a hashtag excited down in the comment section. I got a ton of gold, ton of value for you guys tonight. Come on. Yeah, buddy. I see that we have 11 peeps down in the comment section. What up? What up? Show some love in the comment section, folks. It's going to be an exciting one. Come on. Yeah, buddy. All right, all right, all right. Enough of this guy, Nick, right? Enough of this guy, Nick. You guys are probably like, just Nick, shut the hell up. Just give me all the information. Come on, man. I know, I know, I know. I got all the gold for you guys. Trust me. I got all the gold for you guys. All right, cool. So be sure to take out your notes, take out your pens, your papers, whatever you need. Sorry about that, guys. I'm coming from a cold, so I apologize. Give me 1 second. Cool. So, as I was saying, right? So, take out your notes, take out your pen, take out your pencils. It's gonna be an exciting training. Got a ton of gold, a ton of value. That I believe will help everybody out. We currently have 14 members in tonight's training. So let's get rocking and rolling, everyone. Cool. So the 5 flows for scaling to 10K plus per month as a freelance copywriter. Okay, so number one, the first flow is this: traffic. Okay, and what we are trying to do is we want to start driving traffic to your Facebook group. Okay, so for example, like I mentioned before, okay, what I've came to the realization after building my own business using my own Facebook group, I've realized that copywriters can do the same thing and it'd be 10 times more beneficial for them. Okay. And ultimately, how I built my own business is by creating my own Facebook group. So you probably got either a message where I was like, hey, XYZ, come join my free Facebook group where, I'll teach you how to, improve your skills and, get clients and all these things as well. You then join my group, and what I'm doing is I'm now getting traffic, aka people inside my community. Okay, so what traffic is, everyone, are people that are now aware of you and are now potentially interested in what you have to offer. So what you want to do first is you want to create your own Facebook group community first and start driving traffic, aka people, to your Facebook group community. Okay, so these are free options, and what I recommend for everybody when they're first starting out. So for me, when I first started my own business, right, and I still do it, organically. I did not run ads to my group. Um, but what I do personally for myself now, or not for myself, I do it for myself as well. But when I first started, I did not have money to run ads. So what I had to do was I had to use my own personal time. And that time meant I had to invite 30 people per day to my group. Okay. So, example, if I were to go utilize the script, so you guys can see the script. Okay. So if I go to, yep, so scaling mastery. Yep. So grow the group organically. All right. Cool. So great. So let me show you guys an example. Let me show you guys the script itself, and I'm going to show you an example. Okay. So script template. So hey, Name, I have recently created a free Facebook group for business owners on copywriting. I share content on nurturing leads, getting high ticket sales, and everything needed to convert more paying clients through copy. Would you be open to joining the group? Okay, so here is a script that you can use to now start inviting business owners or your ideal prospects to your own Facebook group community. Okay, so here's an example of exactly what I mean. So I'll be showing you clients of mine that are actually building out their own personal Facebook group right now and are actually putting in the work. So, for example, my client Rob landed an actual paying client from his Facebook group community after launching within first 5 or 6 days of it. And I'll be breaking that down with you. Okay, so here's an example. Here's an example of what this would look like. So Rob goes, Hey Kyle, I've recently created a Facebook group for copywriting. I share content on nurturing leads, getting high ticket sales, and everything needed to convert more high paying clients through copy. Would you be open to join the group? Person goes, yes. Rob here sends the group. Okay, so if I go to Rob's Facebook group, so you can see exactly what how the whole process goes. Okay, so believe Rob's Facebook group is called Profitable Copywriting for Business Owners, right? Great. So what this lead is right here. So this lead. So what Rob is doing is he's driving traffic, people, his ideal clients, his ideal business owners inside the his Facebook group community. Okay, and this is Rob's group. Okay, so Rob was actually able to land a paying client within his Facebook group after launching it within like 3 to 5 days, something like that, something crazy. Okay, and as you can see, sorry about that. Rob currently has 54 members inside his Facebook group community. And again, these are all traffic. He's now building an audience of people that are now aware of who he is. Okay, so he's posting content. He's posting content. He's doing videos. He has a welcome video, welcoming people whenever they join the group. Right, he has people commenting under his stuff. You know, he's building an audience of people that are now aware of what he does. Okay, so that's essentially what traffic is. Okay, so a great way to start growing your group organically, free, without having to spend any money on ads or anything. Do daily invites. Invite 30 people inside your group on a daily basis. Drive traffic inside a group. Okay, you can ask family, friends to join your group to again start building up the hype, start getting more people inside the community. You can promote it on your Facebook profile. So, for example, if I go to Rob, so for example, Rob here has his Facebook group on his profile. Okay, so whenever somebody goes to his profile, they're like, "Oh, cool, Robert has a Facebook group for you know how to create profit writing for business owners. Let me click on the group." Great. They then enter and then join the group. Okay, of course, you have to answer qualifying questions, but you get the point. Okay, this is how you're able to promote it on your own personal profile. Okay. Next is you can do collaborations, you can do interviews. Okay, you could do an interview with somebody inside another person's Facebook group, right? And you could do an interview with them, you could collab with them, you could talk to them about your Facebook profile. And what you're doing is, as you're now talking about it on your on the interview, and there's a massive audience of people that are listening, you can then start getting people to potentially wanting to join your group because you spoke about it on the interview. Okay, you can post it on other people's Facebook groups. You can be a guest on a podcast. You can invite people on other social media platforms, whether that's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, right, etc. You can invite people on other social media platforms to start growing your group. You could become friends with Facebook admins and ask to post your Facebook group in other platforms as well. Okay, so the objective is, everyone, we want to build an audience of people that can potentially become interested in your copywriting services. Okay, the game of that we're all trying to build, everyone. The thing that's going to lead into getting people to wanting to invest into you is when you have a list of people that now know what you potentially offer to them. I'm going to say that one more time. The way you get people to invest into your services is by having a list of people that now know what you can provide for them. Okay. So what the Facebook group does, so if I were to go to Rob here, so what Rob is doing is, if I go through, so what Rob is doing is he's organically doing it. So Rob's not spending any money on ads right now. But what Rob is doing is he's inviting people inside his Facebook group community. Hey guys, come join my Facebook group. I, teach about copy for business owners so they can get more conversions and get more, high paying clients within their copy, whatever the case may be, right? Whatever the script says. They're then joining the group. And now what Rob is doing is he's growing a list of people, an audience of people that are potentially aware and not aware of who Rob is, but may potentially become buyers for his services. Okay, that is the key that we're all playing, guys. We want to then build a group, build a community of people that now could potentially become um um potential clients of yours. Okay, this is the game that we're playing. We're trying to build an audience. Okay, next is we can then start running ads to your Facebook group. Okay, so this is what we like to call an instant form to a Facebook group. So here's an example of essentially what that means. Okay, so if I were to go through here so you could see it, all right. So if I go through here, oh, wrong one. Sorry about that. So let me show you exactly what I mean by an instant form. Great. So right here, what you're seeing, all right, so this is essentially what an instant form looks like. Okay, so for example, maybe you've seen my ad before, maybe you haven't seen my ad. Regardless, this is how essentially an ad is in terms of how it's structured. Okay, so if we go through, so whenever somebody goes in and they see my ad on their social media platform, okay, it goes, hey, here are 6 steps to, to build a profitable copywriting business. Okay, so they go through, they click learn more. All right. And then this is now what an instant is. Okay. So an instant form is essentially a form of questions that people have to answer in order to get qualified to join my free Facebook group. Okay. So it's like, hey, are you looking to grow your own copywriting business? For you, for example, it could say, hey, are you a business owner? Or if you have a specific niche, are you a health and wellness business owner? Are you a fitness business owner? If you have a specific niche. And then right after, you can say, are you currently working with clients or are you currently making 10K plus per month inside your business? If you have a specific type of income that you want the business owner to make, the person then answers that. They then put in their contact information from their email to their name to their phone number. So you can now start building up your email list. You can now start contacting them if you ever wanted to call them. Right after, then the next thing is, hey, in order for you to view the free training, you must join my free Facebook group to watch it, right? So this is essentially what we like to call a lead magnet. So I actually did a module on this earlier today for my paying clients, but essentially when you're creating your own ads, you want to have a lead magnet. So what a lead magnet is when you would create a free resource or a free training or a free guide or a free resource, and you put inside your ad, hey, if you want access to this free resource, come get access to inside my group. And what this is doing is for those that are interested in that free resource, they then click on the ad, they answer the instant form questions, and at the end, it's like, hey, in order for you to get this free resource, you must join my free Facebook group to get access to it. Great. They then click to join the group. Next steps right after, they then get funneled inside the group. And that's how you're now getting leads inside the community. So this is what we like to call a lead magnet. Okay, so a lead magnet for a copywriter for us could be, hey, here are for a business owner specifically, a lead magnet for business owners as a copywriter could be, hey, here are 5 steps for her. Here are five. Here's a free guide on the 5 steps for creating um captivating headlines, or here are 5 steps for writing emails that are going to convert and transform into leads or transform into sales. Okay, and you create a free training on it or free guide on it or a free PDF on it, and inside your ad say, hey, if you'd like access to this, you have to join my free Facebook group in order to get access to it. Is this making sense, everyone? All right, I want to keep things as simple as possible. Simple, simple as possible. Okay, but understand as well, the reason why you want to create a lead magnet and put it inside your and put it with your ad is because people naturally always want to know what's in it for them. Okay, like if I click on this ad, what's going to be in it for me? What's the benefit for me? And that's essentially the of what that's essentially what the lead magnet is supposed to do. That free resource is supposed to again be like, okay, if I click on this ad, I'm gonna get this free guide that's gonna break down the 5 steps for writing converting emails. Okay, I want access to it. All I have to do now is just join the group to get access to it. Great. Let me join the group and let me get access to it right after. Okay. So Rodrigo goes, how do we make these ads though? I'm not a graphic designer. So great question, Rodrigo. So with your and again, I don't recommend running ads until you have enough money into the business. Like for me, I was running ads before, but I stopped, but I'm now currently running back my ads. When you're first starting out in the beginning, do it for free. Do it free, do the invites. You again, you want to make sure like when I first started, I did not have money to spend anything on ads, right? But now I'm at a place now where again, I have money to spend to start putting in ads to get more people inside my group. Okay. But when you're first starting out, do it organically. But when you do and you are ready to start running ads for your group, next step right after is when you're creating your ads, just create something on Canva. Right? Create something on Canva. Right? Like as a copywriter, you understand as well. Like you write your own copy for your own ad. But again, just create something. You create something on Canva. Right? It doesn't have to be like a amazing, beautiful, creative picture, right? Like for me, like I'm not a creative uh, you know, designer or anything as well. I just create something on Canva and just put it as an image. I hope that answers your question, Rodrigo. Like I just want to keep it simple, right? Like you don't have to be this amazing graphic design to create an image, right? Just create something on Canva, right? Just put an image of yourself as well. Be like, hey, my name is Rodrigo. Like I'm a copywriter, right? As an image for yourself. And have a really good ad, right? That has lead magnet that tells people, hey, come join my free group to get access to this free thing to get people to join your group. I hope that makes sense, Rodrigo. Let me know if that makes sense, brother. I know you and I spoke before, but let me know if that makes sense, brother. Very cool. Right. So for your images, just create something on Canva. No need to overcomplicate it. All right. Cool. Awesome. So again, everyone, flow number one is traffic. Get traffic inside the Facebook group. Next is you now want to start creating content. Okay, so what content is now you're building a virtual relationship and trust with your audience. Okay, so if I were to go back to Rob, or even if I were to go, let's go to Jamal, for example. So my client Jamal here, he recently created his own Facebook group as well, right? So right now he's currently has 12 members. Okay. So what Rob is doing is the same exact concept that again Rob is doing, I'm doing for my own business. He's driving traffic to the group, he's getting members inside his community, and he's now posting content. He's now posting content, and what this content is doing is it's allowing his members to build a virtual relationship with him. Get them to understand who Jamal is. Get them to understand his knowledge, his expertise on copywriting itself. Okay, so the objective of your content, everyone, is to educate people on what you know in terms of copywriting because that is the solution that you provide. Okay, and this is how you're able to get people to build trust with you. Okay, so Grant goes another way, look at others copy to give you ideas, don't copy their exactly, just tweak it for you. All right, exactly. Tatiana goes, are these prospects within the group like the examples you're showing? Tati, I'm not too sure exactly what you mean. So, do you mean for Rob's? So, are you mean for Rob's and Jamal's group? Like, are these prospects? Is that what you're asking? Right. So, so let me give you a little bit clarity, Tatiana, if you're asking that. So, essentially, what we're trying to do is we want to invite people inside other Facebook groups. Right. We're trying to invite other people inside other Facebook groups. Right. So, let's say, for example, Tatiana, you have an ideal audience of people that you're looking to work with, whether that's health and wellness business owners, regular business owners, fitness business owners, you know, mindset business, whatever the case may be. What we're trying to do is we want to first build a Facebook group, right? So you have a cover photo, right? You have a, banner photo, you have a cover photo, you have a description, you have a welcome video like this, for example, right? You build this out, you build the foundations. Next is we then want to start driving traffic to the group. So what traffic is when you're now again building your audience and you're getting people that may potentially become interested in your services. And how you do that is by joining other groups and inviting those people from those other groups that you're looking to potentially work with inside your own Facebook group community. Okay, so for example, for Jamal, for example, Jamal's just looking to work with any business owner right now, right? Like he doesn't have a specific ideal client. He just wants to work with any business owner right now. So what he's doing is he's joining other business owner Facebook groups and inviting them inside his own community. And these members are potential prospects because they're now aware of Jamal. They're now aware of what he could potentially do. They're now seeing his content, which I'll be talking about soon. They now see exactly what he does. He's a copywriter. They're now able to understand and get a bigger grasp on it. Okay. So let me know if that makes sense, Tatiana. I want to make sure you have clarity with that. All right. So Grant goes, yes, how you can help them, you are their solution. Exactly. All right, Melody goes, how do you do that without being disrespectful to the group you're pouching from? So that's a great question, Melody. So me personally, like I've come to the realization, and even for all my clients as well, if somebody's in another Facebook group, 9 times out of 10, if you ask them to join another group as well, they'll most likely join. They're most likely join. All right. Now, will you get some people that be like, hey, you know, don't message me? Of course, naturally you'll get some people like that. Okay, and that's again, that is part of the game. But philosophy is like when you're have to do everything for free, like, and you're trying to make something work, you have to do what you have to do. That's just my personal philosophy. You got to make it work, right? And of course, will there be some people be like, yeah, I don't want to join the group for sure. Then they're not your ideal clients. But if there are people in another Facebook group and you just ask them to join the group, I've come to the realization that if somebody else is in another group and you just ask them to join your group, they will most likely join. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Melody, and for everyone as well that thought about that as well. Just because again there would be some people that be like, hey, don't join my group. Don't let that get into you. Understand, like that's just part of the game that we're all playing. Like we're all playing a big game here. My biggest thing is again, if somebody's willing to join another group, 9 times out of 10, if you just ask them to join your group, they'll most likely join. They'll most likely join. All right. So yeah, I hope that answered your question though. All right. So let's go back to now flow two. Okay. So again, flow two is now content. Okay. So this is now where you're building a virtual relationship and trust with your audience. So now that people are now again getting funneled right into Jamal's Facebook group, okay, what he's now doing is he's now creating content. Okay. So for example, making the sacrifice to invest in yourself could be life changing. Right now, he's talking a little bit about his story. He's talking about he's posting content about his own life, right? He's posting content on you know, yep, the 8-year-old. Yep, he's posting testimonials. He's talking about here's the number one reason why ChatGPT isn't working for you. So he's changing beliefs, right? Because a lot of business owners think that they need ChatGPT in order to create really good copy. He's changing people's beliefs, right? He's putting, hey, here are 3 tips for writing profit pulling emails. So again, he's creating content on his knowledge on copywriting. And what this is doing is he's all the members that are now joining his community are now seeing his stuff. Okay, so for example, if I were to go to Rob here, great. So now Rob has 56 members, and Rob is doing the same exact thing, right? So Rob had 20 people look at his post. And what Rob is doing is the same exact concept where he's getting people, right? He's, hey guys, come join my free Facebook group. He's driving traffic to the community. And once he now join his group, they then now are now looking at his content, getting nurtured by his information, getting nurtured by his knowledge. Okay, from example, this for example, storytelling makes you money, and here's why. Storytelling and copywriting is important for several ways. He's then talking about different bullet points. Okay, an example, he even has somebody commenting, do you have any tips on the structure of a story post? And this right here, this comment right here, what this is telling me is this is somebody who has gained a lot of tips and value from Rob's post. And since Rob right here, I think Rob even said like, "Hey, let me message you." Yes, sending you a DM right now. Rob could be in the DMs right now, connecting with her, giving her value, and potentially asking them to jump onto a call with him to talk more about copywriting and what his services can do for her. That to me is powerful because why? He invited her from another group, invited her from another community, a person that had no idea who Rob even was. She then joined the group, got value from this post, asked him, "Hey, do you have any more tips on how to structure a story post?" Rob messaged her, "Hey, let me DM you." They're in the DMs probably right now, going back and forth, and Rob may potentially want to jump onto a call with her. And then Rob could potentially talk about his services with her. That is the power that we're all playing right here, folks. Okay? So again, the secret sauce is selling to your product, right? He's posting more content. He's posting more content. He's over delivering and he's getting people seeing his stuff. He's getting people seeing his content. All right. He's doing videos. He's, again, posting content inside his own community because the community that he's building is an asset for him. And he knows the more he just puts more content and content and content and content and content inside the group, naturally people build more trust with him and may become more interested in what he has to offer. Same thing like what I'm doing, folks. It's the same exact concept. It does not change. It does not change. Like I'm hoping somebody goes, man, this guy Nick, man, this guy Nick knows what the hell he is talking about, man. I might have to work with him. That is naturally what I want some of you guys to think. Now, of course, right? That's ultimately the game that we're all playing with the community aspect. We want people to be like, oh yeah, wow, this guy's content is super good. I may want to work with this guy. That is essentially what your content does, folks. When you're building your own Facebook group, what it does is it gets people to get nurtured by your content, be like, wow, if this guy is giving all this stuff for free, like I wonder what's gonna happen when I get his paid services. That is the objective of the content. Okay. So if I were to go back, all right. So if we were to go back to an actual content calendar so you guys can actually utilize this. All right. So here's a content calendar that my clients actually use. So the clients that are actually building out their own Facebook group. So this is the content calendar that they use. So what you can do is you can do a transformational post. So essentially what a transformational post is, it's a post when you talk about your struggles that you had, right? So challenges that you had in the past and how you transformed in your life and now have accomplishments in your life. So here's an example of what a transformational post would look like. All right. So if I go to this, okay, so old Nick in 2018, lost and confused in regard to his future, making less than 11.50 an hour, had low self-esteem. New Nick in 2022, living a life of true confidence and authenticity, made 5K per month as a copywriter, written copy for six, seven, even eight-figure business owners. So as you can see from this post, okay, in this post, I'm talking about the struggles, I'm talking about the challenges, I'm talking about the negative things that happened in my life. Fast forward to X year, and then start talking about the accomplishments. Okay, and at the end, I make a little, I make a motivational tip to help others out. Want to change your life? Make sure to take full responsibility of your life. Don't play victim. Get a mentor. And third, only our only limits are those are the ones that we set in our minds. You define your own reality. I hope this inspired someone today. So what this post is doing is it's allowing people to see your struggles, see your accomplishments, and allows people to connect with you because you're talking about your story. Okay, so for example, if I were to go to Rob as well, so Rob made a something similar. He made a transformational post for great. So Rob even just made um a new piece of content just now for his own group. But if I go to Rob here, so yeah, so this right here, the transformational post, okay? So wow, this is life changing. About 5 years ago, I was stuck. I had no clue what copywriting was. Today, I help 6 to 7 figure business owners book more calls through email, ads, and VSLs. I remember in 2019 when I had no clue what copywriting was. no experience, no clients, had no idea what I was even doing. Fast forward to 2024, I've helped 6 to 7 figure business owners get more traction from their emails, able to land 3 paying clients in less than 25 days, worked across a variety of niches from health and wellness, e-commerce, financial niche. Now I'm on a mission to help other 6 and 7 figure business owners increase their sales through copy. So how did this transformation happen? By taking action. Instead of banging my head against the wall trying to figure it out on my own, I became resourceful and learned from some of the most successful and creative copywriters around the world. But it all started when I took action. Hope this post inspires someone today. Right. So he had 5 likes and 25 people look at his post. So what this tells me, right? What this is telling me is he's getting potential prospects, becoming aware of his story and what he's doing. Like, I want you to see how powerful that is. The fact as a copywriter, as you're building your own group, you're building your own community, the prospects that you want to work with, whether you're working a specific niche, whether you just want to work with, whatever the case may be, you're now getting people aware of who you are. To me, that is massive. Massive, massive, massive. And you can even see that they're actually looking at the post. Like, to me, right there, that is massive. Okay. And that's ultimately the game that we are trying to play. All right. So Tatiana goes, when do you think will be the right time to create a group and start building a community? So, great question, Tatiana. In my personal opinion, when you are first starting out, go through the process of, again, going through the hybrid referral system, where first you create your own Facebook, you utilize your own Facebook profile, connect with business owners inside Facebook groups, request them as friends, post content on your profile, and start landing paying clients from there. And then when you start working with about 3 to 5 paying clients, and you're now earning about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5K a month, my biggest suggestion right after is when you're making about 3 to 5K a month by utilizing the hybrid referral system. Next stage right after is to actually build your own Facebook group community to scale to that 10K plus per month. Okay, so to keep it simple, Tatiana, to start building your own Facebook group community, when you start making about 3 to 5K, right, at least 3K a month, right, and you're looking to scale and grow, that's the best time to then start building your own Facebook group community. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Because at that time you'll now have enough credibility. You'll now have enough, you know, again, you have a good offer. You now have something that you can then again start potentially offering to more people. To me, that's the best time to start building your own community when you already have foundations in set in terms of your own business itself. Like, you're now charging at high ticket. You already have an offer. You already have a ton of testimonials. That to me is the best time to then start again utilizing this as a way to then scale and grow. All right. So Melody goes, so first just start by befriending business owners, right? So first just start by befriending business owners. So when you're first starting out, so what I teach, what I was kind of saying before, right? So when you're first starting out, my biggest thing is to utilize your Facebook profile to get your business off the ground. Okay. So essentially, that's when you're joining Facebook groups that have your ideal clients in them, requesting them as friends to start building your own audience on your Facebook profile, posting content on your Facebook profile, okay? And again, start DMing them and sending them sample pieces of your work, then start getting paying clients that way. And then after you get some paying clients, if you want to get a little bit more, start getting referrals to be able to then get more consistent clients. And then after that, if you're looking to scale and grow, then transition into now building your own Facebook group to now start getting more leads and start growing from there. All right. So, Melody, I hope that answered your question. Rodrigo goes, sorry to interrupt, but will we have access to the video after the stream? Rodrigo, 100%, man. Come on, guys. Here's the thing about my live training, guys. I give all the secrets away. So, of course, you guys will have access to this. All right. So, number one, right? Transformational post. Like I mentioned before, you can do a transformational post. Okay. Number two, you can do a value post. Okay. So, what a value post is, All right. So what a value post is this. All right. So a value post is when you're just giving valuable tips on your post. Okay. So for example, your copy must be easy to scan. After all, you want your prospects to understand everything you say without feeling lost or confused after reading what you wrote. That's why it's essential to break your lines, 1 to 2 sentence paragraphs, adding periods for key phrases, and even using brackets. Because even if your readers skim through your copy, they'll be able to get a clear picture of what it's about. And by presenting your copy this way, it makes it easier for the readers for your readers to digest what you're saying, which will make them want to continue reading and it'll lead to more sales from your copy. Okay, so to keep it simple, what a value post is when you're just giving valuable tips in your copy. All right, so for example, right here, this is a value post. Okay, copywriting formula for a landing page slash sales page. Problem: identify the burning pain that your audience is facing and paint a picture of this problematic pain. Why? Explain and illustrate the cause of why this individual is experiencing this problem. Agitate. Further paint the picture. Lastly, tease. Okay, so what a value post is we're just giving, again, valuable tips. And then you can also do a real video. Okay, so a real video. So let me put it on share sound so you guys can hear it. Boost your conversions. After writing emails, Facebook ads, and even blog posts as well, one of the most powerful things that I've seen that has worked time and time again is using stories inside your copy. And the reason why I'm saying it's so powerful is because humans over the last 2,000 years have been genetically wired to be attracted to stories since it appeals to their emotions. And
So
on top
as
of
you
that as
can
well,
see,
with stories, you can't necessarily argue. Yeah, I sometimes I talk too much. But as you can see though, a real video again is when you're just giving valuable tips. All right. You give value, and that's ultimately the objective of the value post, the real video. You just give value. Okay. A belief shifting post. A belief shifting post is when you change somebody's belief as to why they need a copywriter. Or, for example, if I were to go to Jamal here, Jamal did a belief shifting post. Um, so if I go through, I was kind of breaking this down before. I did a testimonial for Mr. Jamal because he wrote me an email, so I gave him a testimonial here. Right. Here's the number one reason why ChatGPT isn't working for you. So essentially, a belief shifting post is when you change somebody's belief about something. So, for example, a lot of business owners believe like, hey, you know, all they need to do is just use ChatGPT to start, writing really good copy. And what Jamal is doing is he's changing somebody's belief as to why ChatGPT isn't working for them. Okay. So that's essentially what a belief shifting post is when you're changing somebody's belief, changing somebody's belief. Okay. Or you can do a belief shifting post as to why somebody might need a copywriter. A lot of business owners can think that they don't need a copywriter. They can do copywriting all by themselves. They don't need anybody to write their copy. What we're doing is we're changing their belief, changing their perspective on that. Okay. Great. So, third, you could do a weekly live training, something like what I'm doing right now. Okay. The thing, guys, is again, I'm gonna say this again. What a weekly live training does, like what I do every single 7 p.m. at Thursday nights, like I do every single week, and it allows people to build trust with you and view you as an authoritative figure. Maybe something like how you guys have dealt with me, maybe right now. I hope some of you have built trust with me from this live training. I hope so. And what the live training does, it allows people to again understand who you are, build a connection with you, build a virtual relationship with you, because again, people are now connecting with you. Okay, and that is the beauty of a live training. Okay, something similar to like what I'm doing right now. Do live trainings inside your Facebook group. Do live trainings. If you're again, even if you're gonna use, if you're trying to build your business off the ground, do a live training on your Facebook profile. But you want to do live trainings. You want to do live trainings. You want to do live trainings because this is the thing that's going to help people to build trust with you as well. Okay, so for example, if I go to Mr. Rob here, so this right here It's a little mini video that Rob did, right? He did a video. It's a live. It wasn't not necessarily called a live train, more like a video, but he's doing videos, right? He's doing mini videos. He's doing more videos. It wouldn't be more live trainings, but again, something similar to what I'm currently doing, right? You want to do weekly live trainings because what this does is it gets people to build trust with you. Like again, I hope somebody here that's watching this live video is like, damn, this guy Nick, man, sheesh. I don't know, man. I built so much trust with him. I might be interested to see how I can help him out. Right? I want to see how he can help me out. Maybe he can help me grow my own business. Let me hear more about his services, his coaching services. That's what I'm hoping somebody's thinking about after watching these live trainings. And that's the same thing that you want your prospects to think about when you're building your own Facebook group community. When prospects are joining your group, you want everybody to jump on these weekly live trainings. You're giving your knowledge, you're giving your tips, you're giving your value to these people. You're getting people thinking, wow, if their free stuff is like this, I wonder what happens if I actually pay them. If their free content is like this, imagine what happens if I actually invest into their services. Holy smokes. That's the mindset, folks. So understand your weekly live trainings are massive. So I highly recommend doing that inside your Facebook group as you build it out. Okay. Third, post testimonials, like what I always do. I'm always like, hey, XYZ, Rob here just landed his first paying client, his first paying client from his Facebook group. Okay, post that inside your group. Like, for example, like I mentioned before, um, Mr. Jamal, he wrote me an email for my coaching business, and I gave him a testimonial for it. Right now, of course, Jamal is a client of mine, but he just said, Nick, can I write you an email? And I was like, sure, brother, come send me an email. And he wrote me a really good email, so I gave him a testimonial. Okay, that again, that is the power of what the testimonial is doing. And again, when people are now joining, okay, right, he even has a product like these are all clients of mine, except for this person right here, right? This is a potential prospect that watched that, right? Right, can watch this interview or watch the testimonial and get value from it, right? Because I'm talking about how good the work that Jamal did. Okay, that is the objective, folks. All right. And next, you can also do a two-step post. Okay, so what a two-step post is essentially where you create a free resource and you ask people who wants it. Okay, so for example, a great two-step post. So it is an example of a two-step post. Okay, so just created a Google Sheets on 25 subject lines. A few of these subject lines are responsible for 30% open rates for my clients who wants it. Okay, so what a two-step post is when you create a resource and you're like, hey guys, who wants this resource? So you could create a resource on really good emails, really good leads, really good call to actions, really good emails that you've created and ask people who want it. And what this does is you get people commenting and now you can go back and forth with them inside of DMs. Okay, so that is the content calendar that again I use for my own business. My clients use as well as they're growing their business. Okay, next the third flow. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying tonight's training. I really do, because man, there's a lot of gold and a lot of value in it. All right, so flow number three, messaging. Okay, so ultimately, as people are now joining your Facebook group community, we now want to start building conversations with them. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys some exclusives. Like, guys, I'm showing you guys information that my clients have to pay me for. Please take all the notes as possible. Please, 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 please take all the notes because I'm telling you, there's a lot of gold I'm gonna be sharing you guys paid information, premium stuff. Come on. This is what I do for you guys. I love you guys all so much. I gotta share everything with you guys. I have to. I have to. All right. But essentially, if I were to go to structure your Facebook group so you can see exactly how it works. All right. So this is the ultimate game with the DMs, all right? Once somebody, so you invite somebody who's inside your group, so now you're getting traffic. The next step that you also want to have is you want to make sure you have membership questions. So these are essentially the membership questions are essentially ways for you to qualify and disqualify people from joining your group. Okay, so question number one is this: your email address. So the email address is it allows you to now start building your email list. Okay, so step number one, right? Required. Hey, welcome to the group. Please tell us the email you use to sign up for my cool private group. This allows us to send you some cool free stuff. So ultimately, once people are now joining your Facebook group, you can now start asking people, hey, what's your email? So what this is doing, you then start collecting emails. And if you ever want to build your own email list, you have a list of emails that you can now can start putting in. So for example, for those of you that have joined my Facebook group, you're probably like, I wonder why this guy Nick asked for my email, but you still typed it in. And what I'm doing is, and then right after, maybe the next day you probably got an email from me. You're probably like, how the hell did this guy get my email? I'm collecting emails and putting it to my email list. That is the thought process because again, as you know, an email list is a massive, massive piece and it's an asset that you control. Right? Same thing with a Facebook group. A Facebook group is something that you have full control on, right? You have full control on a Facebook group because you're the one who controls it. You have full control on your email list because you can control it. That means you can email somebody. Maybe you could email your services to people if you want it on that email list. You can, post your services in your own Facebook. Regardless of the fact, what an email list does is you're building a list and you now own that list. You own that list. And every email that's going into that email list is an extra potential client that you're getting. Okay, that is the mindset I want you guys to come into this. Okay, so now you're now getting emails, right? You're collecting emails. Step number two is what is the current stage of your business? Are you making 0 to 5K a month, 5K to 10K, 15 to 50K, 100K plus? What this question is doing right now is you're qualifying the individual to see how much they're making inside their business. Okay, so for example, if you're an individual who only wants to work with people that are making 50 to 50K per month plus, if you have people requesting to join your group and they're making 0 to 5K, 5K to 10K, I mean, you don't have to, but if you ever wanted to, you can decline those people because they don't qualify to work with you. You're not looking for those kinds of people. You're looking for people who are making real money. Okay. And that is how you're able to qualify and disqualify people. Step number three, you can then see, hey, business owner, what is the biggest challenge that you're currently facing with your copywriting? Is it not getting conversions? Is it not having a copywriter? They then answer the questions where like, hey, right now, maybe some people say, hey, right now, I currently don't have a copywriter, but I'm looking for one. This could be a great way for you to DM them and ask them, hey, I see you're struggling and you don't have a copywriter. Would you be open to having a free call with me so I can see more how I can help you in your services? Okay. And this is how we're structuring it so you can then start DMing them. Okay. So they first have to answer the qualifying questions, but then after that, you then have to see their biggest challenge. Okay. So sometimes people could say, hey, right now, my biggest pain point is I'm not getting conversions. Okay. Then the DM framework goes like this. You then message them. You're like, hey, I see your biggest challenge right now is not having conversions. You understand their current situation. Hey, what exactly are you currently doing to try to get conversions with your copy? What exactly are you doing? Are you writing your copy by yourself? Do you have a copywriter who's doing it for you? You're understanding their current situation. Next, you figure out what's their goals. What are they trying to accomplish with their copy? Are they looking to get more brand awareness? Are they looking to increase more traffic? Are they looking to increase more sales? Are they looking to do XYZ? Awesome. What is the biggest challenge from hitting their goals? What do they think is holding them back from doing it? Is it the fact that they don't have a copywriter? Is it the fact that they do have a copywriter, but the copywriter has no idea what the hell they are doing? What is it? After that, next step is you offer to book them onto a call with you. Hey, you know what would be helpful? How about I jump onto a call with you so I can understand more into your business and see how I can help you out even some more? And that, my friend, is how you start booking calls in that calendar. All right. Like for example, like Mr. Rob, I believe Rob told me yesterday he booked a call from his Facebook group yesterday. He booked a call from his Facebook group. He had a sales call at 6:30 today. I had to check on him to see how the call went, but that's the whole framework. That is the whole framework right there, folks. We're inviting people to the group. Okay, so I'm going all the way back, folks. We're inviting people to the community. Okay, invites paid, whether it's organically paid. First, I start off doing organic, right? And then run paid when you have money coming into the business. Next is start posting content in the group, okay? Nurture your audience, get them to build trust with you. Next, start messaging, start booking calls on the calendar, okay? Because as people are now requesting to join the group, you're getting people to, again, answer the qualifying questions to qualify to join the group. If they qualify to join the group, start DMing them, understand the current situation. What are they doing with their copy? Do they have a copywriter? Do they not have a copywriter? Great. What's their biggest goals? Oh, they're trying to get more leads for their business. That's why they're doing their copy. Great. Why do they think they're not doing that right now? What's the biggest thing that's holding them back from doing it? Oh, maybe they don't have a copywriter. Great. Hey, how about this? Would it be helpful for you if we jumped on a free call so I can understand more about your business, see how I can help you out even more? Yeah, that would be great. You send them that Calendly link, folks, and that is how you are booking calls. Guys, if you think about it, again, I know I mentioned this before, but it's the same exact process, guys, that I'm doing to run my own business. Same exact concept. It's not changing. What am I doing? Hey, come join this crazy guy Nick's mastering copywriting group. He's just a crazy Jamaican kid who's just trying to grow his own thing. All right? Come join the group. You're like, cool. I don't know. Why not? Let's just join this guy's group, right? You join the group. Oh, I gotta put my email, right? You answer these qualifying questions. Oh, I gotta put my email. I gotta put where I'm currently at as a copywriter. I gotta put my biggest challenge. Cool. You then probably get a message from me. Hey, what's going on? Just welcomed you into the family. It's great to have you. I see you're having difficulty with XYZ. What are you currently doing to do that? Oh, and then maybe you and I are going back and forth in DMs. I'm giving you value. I'm educating you. I'm giving you some tips. I'm giving you some trainings to check out. Cool. Hey, would you find it helpful if we jumped on a free call so I can help you out some more? Oh yeah, that would be great. Cool. You then jump onto a call. Then after that, I'm giving you value. I'm giving you tips. And then right after, we make the decision from there, wherever you want to go. That is the game that we're playing, folks. That is the game that we're playing. That is the game that we're playing. Okay. Fourth is sales. So as you're now booking calls in the calendar, right after, folks, is sales. Okay, so this is when you show someone that your offer solves their problem. Okay, so this is when you want to build a sales offer magnet. Okay, so you can simply just model mine, what I currently have. Okay, so a sales offer magnet, to keep it simple, folks, is the offer that you're going to show the prospect when they're jumping onto a call with you. Okay, so like I just had my one-on-one call with my client Sarah, and we were going over her sales offer magnet, and I was telling Sarah, I was like, when you're presenting your offer, you want to make sure you talk about a guarantee. Talk about a guarantee. Because what the guarantee does, it lowers the risk for the prospect to make a decision. Okay? So let me kind of walk you through exactly what my offer was and what I used to tell prospects. I would say, hey, XYZ, I'm going to write your emails for you. I'm going to do your ads for you. I'm going to do your landing pages for you. I'm going to do weekly Facebook content. We're going to have one-on-one calls. You're going to have personal support from me. I'm going to write your emails and send it to your email list. And I'm going to send it to your Facebook content. I'm going to write your Facebook content and send it to your Facebook profile. We're going to do an onboarding. We're going to have a kickoff call. We're going to have initial day 90 planning session. We're going to have weekly one-on-one calls to discuss new content, client wins, about what's going on inside the business. And next, you're gonna have 24/7 access for personal support from me. Okay. And then after that, I was like, hey, After going through all this, here's the outcome. I'm going to help you to scale your business through copywriting. I'm going to write the copy for you so you can bring an extra 5K plus per month. I'm going to help you streamline your entire marketing copywriting process. I'm going to help you attract and acquire more high ticket clients inside your business and ultimately take over the copywriting department for you so you can bring an extra, so you can focus on your dream business and achieve more freedom. Okay. And my guarantee to you is this: if you don't make an extra 5K plus within your business from my services in the next 90 days, I'll refund you every single amount you give to me. And the price of my services are $2,500 for a 3 month retainer. Boom. Sharp, simple, straight to the point. And I had prospects paying me $2,500 on a 3 month retainer. Why? I had a really good offer and I had an irresistible guarantee. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, but Nick, how can you guarantee that? You can never guarantee anybody's results. But what you can guarantee is that you're going to show up for the client. You're going to make sure as well that their business is improving from when they first started with you to the 90 days. That's what you can guarantee though. All right. Like for me, did all my clients get an extra 5K? Of course not. But what I did was I showed the hell up and I made sure that their business was improving from when they first started to where it's at. That's the thing clients care about the most. That they're improving and they're growing and they're seeing their business getting better from when they first start to where to you working with them at the end. That's the thing that they care about the most. Like for me, I never had any client tell me, "Hey Nick, refund me your money or refund me my money." I never had that because I showed up for them. I gave them, I over delivered for them, I should say. I showed up for them and I over delivered and I did what I needed to do for them. And they found growth inside their business. Okay. So you want to make sure you have that confidence because I'm telling you, confidence is the thing that gets people to buy into you. Like I was telling my client Sarah, because my client Sarah, she just started her business, like she's brand new to the game. And I was telling her, Sarah, the best thing you can do to, say your pitch confidently is, of course, so I was telling her as well, we're gonna have one-on-one calls together to make sure her confidence is improving. But say it to yourself in the mirror. Constantly practice and practice over and over and over and over and over again so you say it confidently. That's what I was telling her. We actually have a call in the next couple of days where her and she's gonna go back and forth with me on pitching it to me till I see that she's confident with herself. Because people buy in confidence. If you don't feel confident what you're saying, nobody's gonna buy into you. Like you're running a business. You're running a business here. If you don't feel confident with what you're selling, my personal opinion, you shouldn't be selling what you're selling then. If you don't feel confident enough to say it. But that's why if you don't feel confident, you have to work towards it though. And if you don't want to work towards it, then you shouldn't be selling what you're selling then. In my personal opinion. Okay? So here's the thing, folks. For you to state and get people to buy into you, you have to say what you're offering confidently. Say that guarantee and say it confidently. Even if you don't believe you can do it, say it confidently because your confidence is going to get somebody to buy into you. Now, like I said before, if you're making an offer, it's like, hey, like I said before, if you don't have if you don't reach the next or 5K in the next 90 days of us working together, I'll refund you every single dime that you give to me. If you say something like that, understand, even if you don't make it happen, make sure you show up for the client and over deliver for them and making sure their business has grown from the first time they started to where it's at the end of the 90 days. Because that's going to be the thing that they care about the most. Is that making sense, folks? Come on. Is this making sense? Are you guys enjoying tonight's training or what? Am I just like talking just to talk tonight? What's going on? I'm sorry. I know my voice sounds a little crazy tonight. I caught the flu earlier this week, so I'm in the process of slowly recovering. But are you guys enjoying tonight's training or what, man? Like I love talking about this stuff with you guys because I love giving over delivering for each and every single one of you because this is what I believe is my purpose and mission in life to do this for you guys. So I really hope you guys are taking in and all the information and really dialing in to this as well. All right. So another bullet as well. As I was saying. All right. So sales. So you also want to follow a high ticket sales script. Okay. So you want to ask questions to find your client's pain point and show them how you can solve their issue as well. Okay. So when you're jumping on sales calls, you want to make sure as well you have a high ticket sales script. Okay. And again, this is how you're able to start closing deals. Okay. Next. All right. So the last and final flow. Okay. So as you are now going back to the basics, number one, sorry about that. As you are now driving traffic to the Facebook group, you're driving traffic to the community. You're like, hey, come join this free Facebook group that I'm having where I'm going to be helping business owners to increase their conversions from their copy. Come join this free Facebook group that I'm making. You're driving traffic to the group, whether that's organic, paid. You're now posting content in the community, something like what I'm doing right now. You're posting content in the community. You're like, hey, here are free tips. Here are these things. Here are these weekly live trainings on how to write converting emails. Here are 3 tips to make profits from your ads. You're giving valuable content on your Facebook group. Next, you're then messaging people who are now joining the group. You're asking them, hey, their current situation, their goals, their biggest challenge from hitting their goals. You're offering to book them onto a call. Next, as they're now booking calls with you, you're now jumping on sales calls with these people. Hey, XYZ, you're having a conversation with them, you're connecting with them, you have a high ticket sales script, you have an offer, you're now closing deals. The last and final stage, and in my personal opinion, guys, this is what makes the Facebook group the biggest assets inside your business. Client success. Guys, before I even get into this, what I want everybody to put down in the comment section, everybody that's watching this right now, because the thing about the client success part, it's powerful to me. Powerful. But before I get into that, just put hashtag client success down below. If I see enough hashtag client success down below, then I'm going to talk about the next flow. If I don't see enough client success, hashtag client success, hashtag client success, I don't know if I'm going to share the last part. I don't know if I'm going to share the last flow. Let's see. Come on. I don't know. You guys better just start spamming it. I don't know. I'm seeing a few. I'm seeing a few. I don't know. You guys better start just spamming it. Oh man. Client success, client success. I don't know. Should I share it, Nick? Should I share it? I don't know if there's enough. I don't know if there's enough. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Should I share it? Should I not? If I see 5 more, I might share it. Let's see. Hashtag client success. I need 5 more hashtag client success, and then I'll go to the next flow right after. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. 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 I think you guys put enough. I think you guys put enough. I'm just messing with you guys. I'm just messing with you guys. I was gonna share it with you guys. I was gonna share it with you guys. All right. So client success. Okay. So now that you're now working with paying clients, the next stage right after is you want to get your clients really good results. Okay. Now, the thing about a copywriting business, folks, that we all know is that you don't need a ton of clients to make a lot of money. Or you don't need a ton of you don't need a ton of clients to make a lot of money. Like you can make a good amount of money working with, three to four business owners. Okay. But here's the thing though. If you're looking to scale and make more money, in my personal opinion, rather than you working with 10 times more clients to make more money, the best thing that you can possibly do is hire a junior copywriter who's a little bit lower in terms of chapters of you. They're below chapters of you in terms of their skill set, and start building a team of copywriters under you. So you can outsource, delegate, and start building a team. And the next thing that you can also start doing is start building a wait list of clients. Now, the thing about the Facebook group, and this is something that a lot of people come to me about. They're like, Nick, I just lost a client. I don't know what's the next steps for me. Now, the beauty of the Facebook group, if I were to go to, for example, Rob here, the beauty of the Facebook group, guys, is this. Again, this right here, the wait list, the biggest asset inside this Facebook group community. Biggest asset to me. And here's the reason why. Jamal here, right? As Jamal is now getting clients from his Facebook group, he starts building it out. He's working with 6 clients. As he's continuing to grow in the group, growing it and 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 growing it. If he ever loses a client, he'll have a list of people who have been nurtured by his content, understand that he's a copywriter, understand his value, understand his services, and he can either make a post inside his own Facebook group saying that he's looking to work with another business owner, or he can reach out to people in the DMs and start putting them onto a wait list of people that he can work with. Think about that, folks. And if he ever loses a client, he can reach out to his list, the community that he's built, the group that he's built. If he's ever lost a client, if he ever wants to replace someone, his Facebook group community will be the asset for him in case if he ever loses a client. Because he has a nurtured group of audience, a nurtured list of people that know who he is. And if he ever wanted to delegate and start making more money, just keep growing the group, start hiring more copywriters. So he himself, he can start again, he can start building a team of copywriters underneath him. And for him, he's getting the profits. He can then start paying out his employees, start again building a team, and start building a wait list of people. That is the key to the group, folks. The wait list. That is the asset to it, the wait list. Okay? It's the simple way to replace client in case if you ever lose one. So, for example, if you ever lose a client, what your Facebook group does, it allows you to connect with a nurtured group of people that you can always reach out to. Because you keep growing your group, you keep nurturing your audience, you'll have a trusted group of people, an audience of people that have been nurtured by you. And if you ever make a post at your group saying like, "Hey, XYZ," or "Hey everyone, right now I'm currently looking for one business that I want to write copy for," you might have people commenting down below saying, "Yes, connect with me because I'm looking for a copywriter." And now that's potential people as well. All right, so that's one way you can also do it by posting inside your group. Another way you can also do it as well is by again just putting people inside an actual wait list too. All right. So here's this essentially the DM framework that I have my clients use well in the future when they're ready to put prospects on a wait list. Okay. So it goes like this. All right. So whenever somebody joins their group, right? This is essentially the message that they would send to them. Hey, my name is XYZ. Welcome to the X community. As the host, my job is to provide as much help as possible from my end. Feel free to check the testimonials and free training inside the group. Currently, I'm compiling a waitlist of people that are looking for a copywriter for their business that's filling up really quick. And if you're interested in being on the waitlist, I can plug you in. And if I ever have spots that free up, I'll message you and we could talk about next steps. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, feel free to message me back and I can plug you in. And if the prospect says okay, what this is going to do is they then put their name, right? They then put their name, they then put their yep, yep, feel free to message me back. If they say yes, put me onto the wait list. What my clients are going to do now, they put the person's date right here. The date the person said yes, they put the person's name, they put their person's email. And think about this. As they're growing the group, as they're growing the group, they're growing it and sending the same exact message to all these people. The beauty of this is this, right? It's gonna be mind blowing. I'm gonna say, as they're growing the group, they're saying the same message. And people are like, yes, put me on the wait list. Yes, put me on the wait list. You now, as a copywriter, can pick and choose who you want to work with. I'm gonna say that one more time. Because you have a wait list of people here, you get to pick and choose who you want to work with. Not the opposite, where most copywriters are struggling with right now, where business owners have to pick and choose, like, hey, I want to work with you. I want to work with this copywriter. I want to work with this copywriter, right? Like you're in competition with a bunch of other copywriters. No. What the Facebook group does, you build your wait list, you get to pick and choose who the hell you want to work with. That to me is massive. Massive. Like I really want you guys to understand this. Where you as a copywriter get to pick and choose who you want to work with. Not the opposite, not the other way around. You get to pick and choose because you built a wait list. You built a wait list. Okay, that is the game that we're playing, folks. That is the game that we're playing. Okay? Now, this is my last and final point. Okay? There are 3 ways of growing a copywriting business, folks. Okay? There are 2 ways you can do this. You can either pay with time or with money trying to figure this out. Now, the first way that you can go about it, you can do the free way. Okay? You can continue watching YouTube videos, YouTube University, free challenges, free webinars just like this, right? Master classes. You can ask for help in other groups. You can try figuring it out in your own way and not pay with money, but ultimately pay with time that you can never get back. Okay. And that may take weeks, months, or years to figure it out. And again, this is perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine. You can definitely do the free way of trying to figure this thing out on yourself. Definitely can. There's nothing wrong with it. Number 2, you can buy with courses or you can read books. Right? You can spend $7 on a course, $2,000 on a course. And of course, the courses have a step-by-step plan and video set you can watch and implement roughly on your own, right? Because you never have that personal feedback, and never personal that one-on-one support in case you ever get stuck. Like for me, my circumstance, I know when I took my personal course, Dan Locke's course, and I was kind of breaking this down before, the reason why I made a total of $6 my first 4 months was because I didn't have somebody actually not only keeping me accountable whenever I got stuck, I needed questions to make sure I was actually doing the thing correctly, even though I was getting all the information, to make sure I was actually implementing the thing correctly. I didn't have that personal one-on-one support in case I ever got stuck. Okay, and again, if you want, you could do courses. And that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. But understand as well, you're kind of trying to figure things out on your own. And you don't have that personal one-on-one support. Again, information is cheap, right? Again, all what I'm all the information I'm saying, guys, information is cheap. Like you could probably go on YouTube and try to figure this thing out. But what people pay for is accountability and a map where someone is holding your hand to implement it. For example, for your copywriting services, people aren't paying for you for all your information. Like when you're creating content, right? People are not paying for that information. What people are paying for is a copywriter to actually implement their skill set into their business. That's the thing that they're paying for. They're paying for an outcome. Okay. Now, the third option that you can go about this, and again, this is the most expensive one. Don't get me wrong. This is the most expensive one. But here's the thing, you can invest into a coaching program, a proven step by step blueprint, someone holding your hand all the way through, someone who has paved the path for you, has the blueprint, has the resources, has the knowledge, has the guidance, the expertise to move you along to where you're trying to go. You have unlimited one on one supports, right? In case you ever get lost, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to do next, you get stuck on exactly what to say to a prospect, you don't know what type of content to post, you don't know how to drive traffic to the group, you don't know what's the right thing to say. You have someone to give you that answer, right? You have someone to keep you, make sure as well when things get overwhelmed with the tech, you have someone to keep you accountable with it. You have someone to give you proper copy critique if you want someone to critique your work. You have over the shoulder accountability. Okay. And like I said before, having a coach is the most expensive thing you can possibly do. But understand as well, time can never be replenished, but your money can. You'll never get if you could put as much time and effort into trying to building this Facebook group, building whatever you're trying to build with your copywriting business. You can spend as much time trying to figure this thing out. That's perfectly fine. But understand as well, you'll never get that time back. Never get that time back. Time never comes back. It only goes forward. And that's the thing about the universe. Time can only move forward. But with money, money can always come back into your bank account. Time never does though. Okay. And lastly, with a coaching program, you can get 2 to 3 group calls a week. Okay. And a guarantee as well. Okay. A course never does it has a guarantee. A course does not have a guarantee. You've never heard of a course say, hey, I guarantee you'll make $10,000 in the next 30 days. I've never heard of a course say that. But a coach has that because they feel confident enough in you to be able to do the work. And the next as well, you have the right support network, people by your side. Now, if you want to learn how to implement the Facebook group method, come book a call with me. I'll give you an audit on your marketing and client acquisition process, the elements of your offer, your Facebook group strategy if you're currently doing one right now, your sales process, your niche/slash marketing message. And if we can work together and we believe you're a good fit, great. We'll show you our process of working together. If not, no worries at all. My job at the end of the day of the free call is to give you as much value and to make sure you're moving the needle forward. All right. But have someone look over your scenario and see if you're a good fit. And again, it doesn't have to even be me as a coach. Right. Like for me personally, I don't work with everybody because I like to keep my circle nice and tight and have a certain selective group of people inside the community. Because I know if I have the one wrong person inside the group, it's gonna mess up our whole family dynamic. And I don't want that inside my community at all. That's not how I operate. I do not want my clients to have that as well. Okay. So again, if you believe that this is again something that you'd like to learn more about in terms of the Facebook group method and have a free call with me, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my Calendly link down in the comment section. Feel free to book a call with me if you'd like. Okay, again, there's no obligation to buy anything. If you want to just have again some free clarity, I'm all here to help you out and give you an audit to help you out. Okay, but again, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's training. I want to just do that as the last and final note. But talk to me down in the comment section. I see that we had a ton of people tonight jump on. I hope you guys got a lot of value. I hope you guys got a lot of lessons, a lot of gold. But any questions down in the comment section, talk to me. Yeah, buddy. I see that a few of you, this was your first live training. So I hope you got the value and you see um yeah, the reason why these weekly live trainings um yeah, provide a lot of gold. I hope to see you in the next live training. I hope so. All right. But Rodrigo goes, I wish I could stay longer. I feel the cold getting ready to knock me out. Awesome, Rodrigo. Cool. Well, hey, it was great seeing you, Rodrigo. For anyone else as well, any questions? I know tonight's live training overextended a little bit. It was like an hour and a half long training. But yeah, any questions from you all? If not, no worries at all. Let's see. Let's see. If there's no questions, I don't see anyone putting anything. We got 11 people. Well, yeah, like I said before, I hope you guys really enjoyed tonight's training. Because again, my objective for you all is to make sure you guys are all moving the needle forward. All right. So if I don't see any questions in the next couple of seconds, I think everybody is clear on what they have to do. All right. So just a quick little reminder again, right? For those of you that are like, hey, when's the best time to start growing a group? When's the best time to do it? My philosophy is when you start making about 3 to 5K a month from your own personal copywriting business, and what I recommend to get things started, go through the Facebook profile process, grow your friends list, post content on the profile, connect with business owner size Facebook groups. When you start making money from that piece, next step is actually build your own Facebook group community to then scale. Because now you'll start having testimonials, you have to start building enough credibility, you'll now have an offer, you'll start selling your sandwiches at high ticket, and now you have a process to then scale and grow. All right. So again, everyone, if there's no other questions, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's training. I love you as always. And again, I'll see you next week, Thursday. Again, have a crushing night. Kick some ass. Continue being the individual that you are. And like I always say every Thursday, if nobody else believes in you, Nicholas Riementhorpe believes in you. And he will always believe in you every single step of the way. All right? I love you. Have yourself a nice night. And we'll chat soon. All right? Bye-bye.